Oh, dear God. It's the worst. Birthday edition. Streaming live against my better judgment.
On his birthday.
It is.
Happy birthday, James.
Thank you. It's,
21 has never looked so good on you.
I mean, okay, before we go into what is inevitably going to become a pile on to James, which I'm okay with.
We've missed you.
I totally forgot where my brain was going because they've already fed me a fucking blunt. And there is nothing I could do about that.
There's more.
But, yeah, I assume that by the time we get to the next show we record after this that I'll be barely functional. So I don't think it actually mattered which order we did it in tonight. But tonight's topic is, what is the worst way to spend your birthday? Do I have a taker for the first option?
I will. Being trafficked. Human trafficking. I do not want to spend my birthday in the back of some steamy-ass van while somebody is waiting in line to have unconsensual sex with me. No, thank you.
Wait, you don't think it's a positive thing to know that there's people waiting in line?
They don't know what you look like. They're just wanting a hole to stick it in.
Yeah, James, it could be you or Paige. It doesn't matter. They're going to be in that line.
I'm just a warm hole.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A hole.
So, yeah, and nobody wants to be trafficked. I just
I see
wanted
it
to
as
go
a
to
free
Walmart and
ride.
You picked me up in a parking lot. That's not fair.
I feel like that's a free Uber ride with, like, some potentially decent sex at the end, and then hopefully you get to go free.
No, you
You
get addicted to drugs and sold into sex slave.
And
like,
then you die.
they're basically going to peg you to death.
Pretty much.
I mean, there's worse ways to die than being pegged
Are
to
there?
death.
Death by snoo snoo. Tell the men I was snoo snoo.
I
I
guarantee
had
this
snoo
video
snoo.
gets pulled from YouTube within 3 days. It'll have 4 viewers, and the 4th one will be like, absolutely not.
How could they? But yeah, so I don't think that would be a great birthday.
I mean,
All I think about is that Family Guy episode where they, Meg gets sold into the sex
feel
trade
you.
thing,
I
and
feel you.
I don't want to be in some dingy room on a mattress.
That's fair. But I swear to God, if it's like that taking
You don't want to
thing,
be
I will find out where you
unconsensually
are.
in a dingy room on a
Exactly.
mattress.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I
you're
mean,
not
if it-
opposed to getting railed on a dirty mattress in a house party. You just want it to be someone that you love.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
You can lay your clothes down to make it cleaner.
You could, but what's the fun in that? Like, that kind of fucking, you don't even really take your clothes all the way off.
True, I
You're
mean,
mostly still
Exactly.
clothed.
And you're not really on the mattress, you're just leaning up against it.
You can't really see much anyway. You're too drugged up.
Exactly. You don't want to fully lay on it because you might get body lice.
It's true. We don't want herpes and body lice.
No.
all right, who's got the next
Well,
option?
Christ, I can't top that. I mean,
I
just
mean,
gonna
for
say a
just the
bad
concept, that
sexual
one's pretty brutal. But I have legit spent both a birthday in a county jail and a birthday in a hospital bed immobilized. And they were both fucking shitty. But if I had to pick one or the other, I would rather spend a birthday in jail again than ever go back to the hospital.
And that is a fucking amazing statement to say, like, I would sooner go to jail
At
than
least
go
you
to
get
a
to
$1,000
socialize.
a night hospital room and not be able to move. It's like,
Unless
at
you have
least I'm
Medicaid.
like, at least there's a potential of drugs, like,
Yeah,
better
but
than
it's
street.
not the drugs that make you enjoy being high. It's the drugs that are just fucking painkillers.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had a morphine button next to me, I'd be like fucking all afternoon with that. Like,
Yeah,
when does
but
the
after-
timer hit? I can
when
get
you're
more.
officially-
After like
insane.
3 weeks of that, though, the next 7 weeks are absolute bullshit. Like, that morphine button loses all of its fun faster than you think.
Fair. Just become a bit of a zombie.
If you're lucky.
I mean, having never experienced that, like I've never spent a night in jail.
Because
Don't
you don't
think
live
it's about
life.
time?
Yeah.
I feel like that's your department to make that happen. Let's get James so fucked up he wanders the neighborhood until the cops are called and they
We
have
can
to
make
take
that
these.
happen.
No, I don't want you
Oh,
to.
but you're a middle-aged white man
What I
now,
have
James.
here
They'll
won't
just
make that
escort
happen.
you home.
Something other drugs would.
Stop pointing out my privilege.
No.
What you got, Tracy?
Oh my God! Seriously, I don't have what you guys
I
have
have-
on this one. I'm telling you, it was all about just bad sexual experiences on your birthday. I mean,
Oh, but that's
Oh,
a-
for sure. You don't want to be clown raped as a kid on your birthday.
Oh my god.
I might want that in comparison to what I've had.
That's so scary. One, clowns are
She
my
doesn't like-
least favorite thing in the
just
entire world.
just somebody making direct, unblinking eye contact, thrusting into you at a very specific rate while holding a red balloon.
No.
With the little ruffles on their neck as it like moves back. You know it's gonna make noise on the shoulders as it goes back.
It's
and
the
forth.
laughter
Oh,
that does it
material.
for me. It's the laughter that freaks me out the most.
No, it's when you squeeze the nose and goes, That's when
I don't
you blow
get close
load.
enough to squeeze the nose.
Occasionally just squirts water out of a flower in his lapel. It's like, you know what this means. It
Oh, I
means
don't know
I'm
what's worse, the
close.
fact that he has a squirt flower or the fact that you're getting fucked by a dude wearing a lapel.
I think just the visual of just like, I come into you as I squirt water from a flower in my shirt onto you at the same time
It's
is
a
the
very
most...
relaxing moment.
Okay, I'm just
fucking
gonna say
wild.
this now, though. One of the worst birthdays ever officially is going to the fucking circus now. This is an
Yeah.
awful mental image. Jesus Christ.
Remind
It's
me
not the
never to
circus
invite you to
that
the
she should be
circus.
afraid of. It's the carny orgy after the circus that she should fear.
Ugh.
That gets dirty fast.
Oh, yeah, those dirty mattresses.
Those dirty carnies.
The bearded lady running a train on all the clowns.
Lord, while she's just
Oh.
twiddling her beard.
She's titillated.
That's for the three-tittied woman. Oh wait, no, that's Total Recall.
Correct.
Damn it! If only they had those at the circus freak shows back in the day. I'd have paid $1 every time.
Are you all right?
Yeah, no, I just...
Do you need to get higher? You want to hit my pen?
NPR.
I was going to
Should
say...
I
Oh my
talk
God,
any
what are you
more
doing?
soothing?
I mean,
words?
I love that the cameras can't really catch that I just like reached into my pants and it was to pull a vape pen out, but Tracy's reaction was perfect. Oh my god.
I mean, it did look like you were about to pull pud.
I was about to press play on the NPR, man.
I mean, I
Like,
appreciate the fact that you think that, you know, if my shoulder's here and I reached here, that somehow my penis makes it over my thigh and onto
Maybe
the
just leave
other
it off
side
the
of it
side,
for
I
me to
don't know.
touch.
Like-
And
First off,
like that's very generous of you.
I aim to please. You aim too, please.
First off, it looked like you were reaching into your hoodie pocket, like you had a hole in the corner, so you could exactly
Pocket
pull
pull?
pud without
Yeah.
anyone noticing.
What you got there? Pocket tobacco?
Dick in a box joke.
Dick in a can.
Be careful.
Can you imagine how much that would hurt if you didn't like
Oh my
file
God.
the edges?
Ooh.
Dude, didn't they used
You
to
can
do
cut
that
your
to
dick off
soldiers
like
during
that.
Vietnam?
Anything's a fleshlight if you're brave enough.
Did
That's
you
not
see the
true.
new banana cleaner? That thing looks
Banana cleaner. Brave new world we live in.
So so I have a number of thoughts on this particular topic. My first one, and
your banana.
since we're leading right up to it, I might as well go for it. Is spending the whole afternoon by yourself listening to NPR in a shower, masturbating repeatedly.
That sounds like it would
Like
be a great birthday for
multiple.
you.
Like you took a blue pill on the off chance that somebody might show up and you needed to perform for it, and instead you just find yourself in a shower as you run the hot water tank down all the way as it progressively gets colder, and you keep turning it up to try to maintain it because you want to get like maybe that third one out.
It went there.
Is it the hot water or is it Ira Glass?
Oh my
Or is it the
God.
combination of both
Good
that
pull.
really sets it over the edge?
What a good pull on Ira Glass. Do any of you know what Ira Glass sounds like?
We should probably not play it right now. I don't want you to get a hard on in front of us.
I know.
It's his birthday. He can be as hard as he wants. He's like a full
He already
table away.
blew out his
There's a
candle.
reason he's at a desk and we're at a table.
Who's under the desk, James?
It's not who, it's what.
You got some peanut
James
butter down
learned
there?
that you could mount a flashlight with a suction cup like a GoPro.
Why do you think I move the chair around so much?
Stories for television or radio is that you understand the building blocks of the stories, and there are different ways to think about this. One of the things you
And
don't
this
want to
is
do
what
is you don't want
James
to think about it
jerks
the
off
way
to.
that you learned in high school,
I've seen
which
it.
is in high school we're all
I mean,
taught
it is
that the way that you
relaxing.
write is that there's like a
I'll give you
topic
that.
sentence.
So I just so that you can.
So you can better understand James' depravity.
It's like that. Like I don't know if anybody saw Louis C.K.'s bit that he's come back. You know, he's doing sets, and there's a pseudo special that he shot maybe at the Comedy Store or something like that. And he was like, everybody has their thing, and the hardest part about all of it is now everybody on earth knows my thing. And it's and he's like, yeah, you have that, but like maybe 4 people know it. Everyone in this room. I don't even have to say it, and you're all like, we know your thing. Ben, do you have a idea for worst way to spend a birthday?
Not necessarily. I thought we were doing like actual worst birthdays.
Can be
So
that too.
yeah, I mean, you immediately just have to jump to like childhood times, right? All my birthdays were rained out. I lived in Louisiana, and it's just what it does. We had a spacewalk for one of my birthdays. If you're not familiar, it's just one of those bouncy house things. But this particular one does not have a roof. So it just turned into a giant bouncing slip and slide.
Fuck. Yeah.
And yeah, it's cool, but I think like I sprained an ankle, a neighborhood kid broke his wrist. It was just like the liability was not good for my parents. I would have to say it jumps in there. Or, you know, when you're getting raped by the clown and it has a heart attack and you have to deal with the dead weight of the clown on your back. That's probably the worst part.
Because amateur clowns are always fat.
Just pour Kool-Aid on your back and they slide right off.
I was assuming you grab him by the 2 side tussles on the side of his head, the few
Like
hairs that he
Krusty?
have, and you just pull him up from his handlebars.
Yeah, the sideshow bob hair.
Yes, exactly.
Straight into the razor's edge.
Yeah, because
Boom.
he's already lubed up your back with his
With
filthy
Kool-Aid.
sweat. And Kool-Aid, yes.
There is almost nothing better in this world than the face that Paige is making right now.
No.
I have to be honest, I actually thought when you said spacewalk, like 2 things came to mind, and I'm sure it had nothing to do with like a moon house at all. I really thought like you were in an open field walking. Or that like you guys like pretended.
Yeah, an open, yes, that's what it was. Actually, it was the middle of a Walmart parking lot, thank you. And there was a hurricane at the time, so it was deserted. No one else was there. The wind would
highway
pick
of
you up like there was
Louisiana.
no gravity, but the tears were real.
And no matter what the clown tells you, neither tears or rain are good lubricant.
I didn't think I had any stories, but you're just like making these memories flash back. They're all in front of me.
We bring that out in people.
So if we're gonna talk about horrible like birthday memories, like the one that like legitimately, even to this day, in a weird way, traumatized me, but in a kind of bizarre way. So it was like maybe the first birthday I remember having. So I might have been 5. And friends that, it's one of those like parents are the friends and they bring the kids together. And, it's like a lot of people I want to be in. And my mom, who has like when it comes to cake, is not the right human, and brought this like weird coconut cake.
Who doesn't love coconut cake?
Right? Oh my
Coconut is
God.
fucking disgusting, and I will
Get
fight
out.
all of you.
Shut your whore
I'm gonna put
mouth
coconut
there.
in your Chex Mix. Sorry.
So, so pieces of cake were cut up. It was a very, I mean, I couldn't tell you what it tasted like, but what I do remember is that every child that was there for my birthday literally spit it out and talked about how disgusting it was. And I much felt the same way. And that is the base root for why I fucking detest coconut. You have to apply coconut in such a perfect way for me to tolerate it. I'll never love it because of a fucking weird that I even know the source. Like, I don't need to go to a therapist to know where it comes from. I know exactly where it comes from, and it doesn't change the fact that I hate coconut.
I thought we were going with like the coconut as a natural laxative, and everybody at the party shit themselves. And would you rather that as your birthday party though? Is actually what it led to.
That would be an
is
awesome birthday.
but you're the kid that everybody shit their pants at your house, man. Like, I mean, and then also the couch that you had to get rid of, the cat.
The cat.
Conversely, as people I believe in this room are aware, is one of my favorite things is to take a hot bath with coconut oil. I suppose as long as it doesn't go in my mouth, I'm cool with it.
I just jerk off with it. Like, I shower to wash it off of me.
You know you can eat coconut oil, so it can go in your mouth, James.
Anything
I don't
can go
want
in
what's
your
in
mouth.
my bath water to go in my mouth.
Sometimes it does.
I just stew in my own seed.
Wow. No
bad
bother
mental
running the
picture.
tub. You just fill it up with your own seed. That's just pure seed.
And
takes-
yeah, and
it
then
takes
bathes in
several
his
Seed
children.
and James in a bathtub.
I have to save up for
Come here, my
weeks in
baby.
mason
Come to me,
jars.
babies. He just rubs his kids all over himself. Like,
This
Twice a
one's
year.
James Jr.
You'd never know it, but that's the only time he listens to Crazy Town. James just lubing himself up before he marches to the bathroom, like, come, my lady, come, my lady. You want
Totally turns down the
butterfly,
NPR.
sugar, baby. That's it's the palate cleanser before the Ira Glass. Like, he gets all of his aggressive
If
emotions
he makes
out.
it that far.
Don't look in the top shelf of my bedroom closet.
Knew
It's
it.
just
I
filled
fucking
with
knew it.
jars full.
Dated jars, like,
You've
oh,
been
this was a
saving
good one.
it.
I'm going to
I
save it
smelled
for a
something
holiday.
walking into the house. I knew it was
I
familiar.
knew your bedroom looked like a serial killer lived in there.
she said that 2 weeks ago. She said that right to you on this show.
And now I know that you have mason jars of semen in your closet.
Who are you saving them for? Who are you
Crazy.
bathing with?
They're for me.
Yeah, at least he's not a murderer. You were totally wrong.
I mean,
Well, technically, I've
that's
murdered
one.
Murdering them all over his body.
millions upon millions of potential children.
Some of them are under his ass while he's laying in that tub. I mean, think of that.
Does your church know about this?
Your balls are resting on top of a few of them while you're laying in the tub.
There's a few of them trying to go back home where they came from.
They're fighting their way back up my urethra. Holy shit,
there's
that's a
nowhere to
dark
go
thought.
in this bathtub.
That's why I give him the
Is
coconut
that
oil.
why
It
you
helps.
enjoy the bath?
It's not the door we came out of, but I think it'll get us back in there.
It's the only penetration
Gotta
I
navigate
allow.
through.
Not in the mouth. Heard.
All right.
I also don't know what you guys are talking about because I have really never had a bad birthday.
Ever
Ever.
in your life?
I mean, there was one that was kind of dumb because that was solely because of Taylor Jason Green. I hope you listen to this.
Oh, that's full. That's like mom calls you when you're in trouble.
Can
Well,
That's
he's
First, middle,
basically my
last.
fucking brother, and he scheduled a pod to show up at my house that had to be filled in 24 hours on my fucking birthday. So I couldn't do anything but move. But I also spent $100 in Taco Bell that day. So win-win.
It's like that Justin Timberlake episode of Punk'd. It's just like that. That's the worst. I feel
Yeah,
for you.
so
Did you cry when they broke your guitar?
But yeah, I've never really had a bad birthday.
I mean, I
love my birthday. It's the best day ever.
dare say like my birthday 3 years ago was pretty rough because it literally fell like 2 days after they put the whole ban across the city for COVID.
That's right. I was here
And
for that.
like, so I went into like panic mode. Like, it was because it was my 40th birthday, so it's like one of the few that I actually give a shit about, where it's just like, yeah, this is actually kind of important to me. But it was like 2 days earlier, and so I spent like hours like fabricating shelves that could mount to the wrought iron fencing in the front yard so that people could like hang and have beers and a place to put them, but we could all be, you know, because everybody's fucking freaking out, and so it's like provide that environment. That one kind of fucking sucked because you're just like, I've been wanting to throw. Oh, I was gonna have like shut down the street. It was no, I have a fire or an EMT across the street that knows how to massage that whole thing, and shut down the street. Bouncy house. I had a food truck lined up, like multiple beer
Spacewalk.
stations.
It's called a spacewalk. Sorry. Go ahead.
You had a spacewalk set up.
I was that one. That sucked because like I was really looking forward to throwing like fucking Denver stock and just be
Well,
like,
I mean, my 30th birthday was like that because when I turned 30, I was 5 days post-op, so I wasn't allowed to drink, and I was in a sling with fucking 15 stitches in my arm. But it ended up being great because I went out to dinner, and my husband had to cut me a steak and feed it to me. So I felt like a goddess.
Goddamn
And
right.
I was hopped up on painkillers. Cha-ching.
I would say my worst birthday was my 40th because Paige and I were actually supposed to run down the streets of Colfax while she was chasing me in a penis costume, and it didn't happen.
I know, I'm sorry.
I know. I know it'll happen. Though.
Fuck you guys. I've literally spent a birthday in a jail cell and in a hospital. I didn't get chased by a fake dick on Colfax. Worst birthday ever.
It was.
I don't know though. I think it could be a really shitty day, and I'm just like, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. So you know.
I'm sure you had at least one good birthday, though, right?
Oh, probably plenty, but like absolute shittiest too, like both ends of the spectrum. But this isn't about your best birthday.
True.
No, it's not. No. James, I'm sorry. Are we interrupting you on your show, my friend?
Yeah, James,
Yeah,
you got
sorry,
something
we're
going
here.
on over there?
It's nice to know that we're the second string
I
on the
mean,
podcast. You know, in reference to your phone.
wow.
He was Googling spacewalk.
He was.
He really wants
But he
to get one
misspelled
now.
walk, and now he's into black guys all over again.
I mean,
Tracy, can I have a dab?
That's what it's there for. We're
But
getting
it's
ready.
in your case.
Oh.
I don't want
Bobby.
it to be
Well,
like,
in that case.
So Bobby
Hey there.
also has a
Can I get
rig
your
here
yeah.
that he left for genuine
Thanks.
use. General use. Jesus Christ, it's gonna be a long night, kids.
General use.
I mean, we can just dive into the next show if you want.
No,
No.
I'm definitely gonna take a little bit of a break between them.
That way we can get more high.
That's probably the idea. Yeah.
I'm down.
I'm going to try this one.
How dark do we want to get
Oh my
towards the
God,
end of this?
why?
Because, so like,
So I thought of
as-
another bad. I didn't live this scenario, but I thought of a bad scenario. You're the roommate to the kid jerking off to the Special Olympics kids, and it's your birthday,
That's a bad birthday.
right?
And he does it like we're in like the kitchen unapologetically.
No, you're like in a college dorm. Like you're literally bunk mates. It's like being in a prison cell.
And you have that weird shake of the bunk bed. It's definitely not sex. It's just like the hiding shake. But
can
it's
hear it.
consistent.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
where's
he's-
the screen in this scenario where you know what they're getting?
Oh, it's
off to?
across the room. He's like Bluetoothing it to the TV.
Yeah, there's Chromecast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like a 60-inch TV. They use it to play video games when he's not jerking off to retarded
He
kids.
just asked you for the password so he could stream to your Chromecast.
Yeah,
yeah.
So it's your Chromecast that shows Special Olympics hot.
That's unfortunate.
Does he know it's your birthday?
Yeah, he was trying to do something nice.
That's why he went to the bunk.
Yeah, it's like when they got hermaphroditic porn for us.
He like come home, he's
yes.
like, "Hey bud, you can sleep on
Hermaphrodites.
top tonight. I need your Chromecast password."
Can I add hoc into this thing?
So that's your darkest.
No,
Okay.
that one's fun for me.
No, mine
go dark.
mine is like it's like the saddest thing.
Well, no one wants to hear the sad
We
one.
already heard sad stuff. She got really upset when we talked about clowns.
I was emotionally
Pop
traumatized.
balloons, dead
Right.
puppies.
How
Is that
about
where
this?
We're going?
What if you invited all the clowns?
I would never do that. Who
How
does that?
how awful would it be if like all the clowns showed up?
I wouldn't be there, so I would know.
So apply that energy to what if no one showed up?
I've had a birthday where no one showed up. I was
So did
okay
I.
with it.
Yeah, I had a few like that.
I just ate all the cake.
And
I just dropped
no, I mean
acid.
like no one. Like you're by yourself, expecting everyone because they said they'd be there. And
Yeah, I
then
had
As
two of
they're-
those.
both an adult and a child, you fucking crybaby.
I had two of those.
Yeah.
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 I have the- We've all been there, James. We've all
Yeah.
been there. It's
We
all right.
didn't mention it because we
James's
assumed that was
deepest,
default.
darkest
Will you
trauma
go get
is
him
like
a pudding pop?
regular.
He needs one.
I will tell you when I went grocery shopping yesterday, I stared at for more than 90 seconds at the drumsticks, the like frozen ice cream cone, like more than 90 seconds really contemplating. I was like,
Do you
I'm
know
going to
that
want,
they-
and then I'd walk away and then I came back and stared at them even longer and didn't buy them.
Do you know that they make them in minis now?
Did you go to the grocery store high?
No.
Tracy and I do that all the time.
But hungry. And it's real fun if you go there at the right time of day for the two of you. If you go to I usually shop at the Not So Safeway. I assume you go to the Queen
I go to
Supers.
King Stupids. I go to Not So Safe.
But the Not So Safeway is where Ginger works.
Oh yeah.
And let me tell you how that is just a breath of fucking awesome every time. It
She works
really,
at the one on 20th?
yeah.
I'm gonna have to go see that bitch.
Usually PMs, but she just comes at you with such like, "Hi, how you doing?" It's like right at you that you're just like, especially if you're stoned, it's just like, "Oh, this is fucking amazing" because you know her.
The last time Tracy and I got violently high and went to a grocery store, I had 8th graders bully me.
What?
Yeah, they like called me a Karen because they were I told them to move because they were standing in front of my cart and they were making a muck all over the store.
They were
Yeah, they were
super
like being
mean.
so mean to
Yeah.
me.
It was around the holidays, if I'm not mistaken.
I'd bully you too.
Which holiday? I mean,
Yeah.
I get bullied a lot. It's okay.
I believe it. It's because you look like you're easy to bully.
She's actually
Which
tough
is a
as nails.
real big problem because bullying Paige is a losing
Oh
proposition.
God, yes.
Oh, I didn't say that I would bully Paige.
I'm
just
small but
saying,
mighty.
like,
God damn it!
If I was a current world 8th grader, I'd totally bully Paige.
I mean,
You'd get away with it at that point, then, of course. Yeah, no, I never had anything deep and dark happen necessarily on my birthday, but I was shot at in a field on my birthday. That was actually one where, like, no, it was my 16th birthday where no one showed up. So We just decided to go into a field that smelled like marijuana.
See, but the fact that you could still say we means that, like, there was at least one human.
You're not gonna let this
They
go.
lived
are you?
with
We've
her, so it
all had a
doesn't count.
solo birthday.
My parents convinced a friend of mine to come to my birthday, so we went to pick her up, and then she brought 2 of her friends. So I didn't even know who they were, so they just handed me some acid instead.
Giddy the fuck up.
Great 16th birthday. Great 16th birthday.
Do we have anything else before we? Any other thoughts? I mean, I know.
I'm
so
really surprised that James's worst birthday didn't involve his au pair somehow.
she rejected me.
She wasn't there
She got
either.
she got upset that I was sniffing her panties. No.
Wow.
Had to go there.
Unbelievable.
Have you met me? Of course I went
For
there.
shame.
Seriously,
For
Paige?
shame.
You do not get to be that.
Happy birthday, James.
Happy birthday.
We love
to you.
Love you all. See you again on our live stream in probably the next 40 minutes.